Good morning. It's Monday, March 13th, 2023. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Dragon Sword. I have the beginning couple of moves, and we're going to pay attention a little bit to some of the foundations, a little bit to some of the footwork, some of the moves, and of course the sword. Let's get started. I have this whole other, I'm going to talk about this for a second because it's new. Have to find the place for the cup over here. Excuse me. Alright, so I had converted my garage into a studio, and then my car broke down, and it's still there. So that wasn't happening, and I can't teach sword in the other studio, the other room that I had converted to the smaller studio. Perfect for Qigong, but yeah, I need more space. Alright, so here we are. I did some rearranging of furniture and have set things up so that I don't have to move the furniture every day, which is a good thing. I don't want to have to do that. So I'm also considering that this could be the studio for the next whatever. I'm not committed to that just yet. There are a couple things that I'm still looking at doing, particularly in the other studio, so that's going to be here with us for a while. But as I'm looking at 2024, I do that. I do. I look ahead. As I'm looking at 2024, there is that possibility that as I make the adjustments and make the changes from what I have been doing to what I'm going to be doing. I already started, but it's going to get better. That adjustment may lend itself better to this being the studio. I'm looking for the cat. I've got room here for Bagua, I've got room here for sword, I've got room for, and I'm fortunate that I have the space that I could convert this to do something. Alright, let me do one thing here, because this is bothering me. No way. Okay, my office is back up in there, and as I had been getting ready, I was using the computer, and as I was talking here, I could see the light on behind me, and it was bothering me, so I turned it off. Getting this new series started is something that is both very interesting to me and a challenge. So bear with me. Feet about shoulder width apart. Bend the knees. Wiggle the fingers. Pull up through the shoulders. Up through the back and down the shoulders. Sorry. Up through the top of the head. Hands circle the front. Back around both sides. Up along the center line. Reach out. Bend the knees. And again. One more time. And reach up. Elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. As I get this series started, there are going to be some additional warm-up sets that we're going to work on, and some things that we're going to work on that are specific to sword. So warm-up sets with the sword. Okay, let's do just a little bit of leg warm-up. And for this one, I'm going to give a set that I had learned, I actually learned it from Professor Liu, who's taught me the Dragon Sword. This takes a little bit of balance and just a little bit of strength. Okay, so I'm on my left leg, the right leg is going to come up, knee circles to the outside, 1, 2, yeah, keep going. Alright, and then we're going to shift and go to the other side, and then we're going to shift back, and we're going to go to the inside. Okay, not too slow. Pay attention to keeping the foot in. Alright, keep your foot in, and use the knee. Draw the circle with the knee. The knee should be parallel. Okay, so you want your knee, excuse me, the top of your leg parallel to the floor, okay? As much as you can. On the left, pick up the right and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put it down, go on the other side and go 1, 2, 3, put it down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm going to stop there for a second. You notice that on the right side, we're going to do the inside yet. On the right side, I kept my leg up. Yay. On the left side, nay, put it down twice. That's okay. Don't stop. If you need to put it down to check your balance, go ahead and do that. But try and keep it up. Try and keep your balance on that one leg. Seriously. Okay, and like I said, if you need to put it down to check your balance, you'll go 1. Now pick it up 2, and pick it up again 3, right? Try not to put it down each time if you have to bring it down. Part of the reason that you're having to bring it down is your foot. Okay, and keep your foot up. You keep your foot up, right? If you put your foot here, you're going to have to bring the foot down. All right? It's going to want to come down. If you put your foot here and use the knee, it doesn't want to come down. Inside, on the left, pick up the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yes, I'm struggling. On the right side, pick up the left and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I haven't done this set in a little while. Not holding on to anything. I could do better if I was holding on to something, so I wouldn't have to keep my balance, right? Pay attention to what I just did. Okay, because in 6 weeks, we're still going to be working on sword in 6 weeks. And this set is going to be part of practice for the next 6 weeks. It's not going to take me 6 weeks. But I want to, here's the comparison. Whatever today is, 6 weeks from now, well, before and after, it doesn't take that long if you're paying attention to what you should be doing. If you're trying to do something that's not quite correct, if you're trying to pretend something that's just not there, no, it won't be there. It won't. I reviewed this morning some video, and I'll probably post it, of Professor Liu back as probably, I'm going back to 15, almost, no, going back almost 20 years now. I go back a ways. And the manner and the methods that he used while he was simply demonstrating, he's leading the class. Here's what Wudang Dragon Sword looks like. I'm gonna go do this, right? He's doing it. What does that look like? A lot of what I've talked about in all of my classes. The intent is clear. The dynamic, yeah, come on, it was 20 years ago. So yeah, the dynamic was there. And the precision that he had from his, at that point, 50 years plus practice. He started when he was 6 years old. He started before he was 6, but you can call it 6 years old. Okay? It shows. And trying to do something that makes it appear to be, it ain't gonna be there. It ain't gonna happen. I can tell the difference, and I'm pretty sure that anybody who has seen what it should look like can absolutely tell the difference. Alright, now, having said that, we're going to do a little bit of warm-up. This down, in, this side down, come around this side down. Okay, so this side of the hand, drop it down. Now we're going to use the back of the hand to drop it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, the other hand, I could put it behind my I can put it behind my back. I can just put it here. Just get it out of the way. Put it somewhere. All right. I'm going to do this again. This side, so you can see it from this direction. I'm going to turn around and we'll do a couple repetitions. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? There's not a lot of movement going on anywhere other than my wrist. Okay? That's intentional. Feet about shoulder width apart. Ready. On the right. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. As we then relax the wrist for a second. And yeah. As we develop more dexterity with the sword, as we develop more ability to do what the sword does, okay? What does this thing do? What's it? It slices. It dices, right? Slice this way, slice this way, slice down, slice up. There are jab. There are multiple opportunities to do something with the sword. As we're moving, we want to pay attention to the same kinds of things that we pay attention to in empty hand form. Where is the completion of the movement? Where is the beginning of the next movement? Where is the greatest strength exerted? And for most everything that I do, it's not at the very end. It's before the end. That little bit of difference, right? Just before the extension is complete, the greatest strength is available in the movement. At the moment the movement is fully complete, it's now got to change. That point of change is not the point where you have the greatest strength. It's physics. It really is. It's physics. Alright. Dragon Sword. I actually like having this the big room. It's nice. It's nice. I'm not worried about I'm not worried about hitting the ceiling. And I've got enough space that I can move with the sword. And not worry about hitting something. Okay, so what I just did, I'm going to slow it down. We're going to do it again. The beginning. We start out, this is the same for Wudang Taiji, for Wudang Taiji sword, feet together, salute, sink, open left, open right, on the left side, down on the right, up along the center, and extend. We're going to do that again. Alright, now, sword, it's right here. And yes, you could if you want to do a little bit separation, but don't. Wear a sleeve. You don't want your arm on the sword. It leaves marks. It discolors. Just so you want the sleeve. Press down. Keep it up. The sword should be straight. Okay, so no. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I mean, it's space. Nope. There we go. Yeah, I shouldn't have the sword sticking out from the center of my back. It just shouldn't be there. Okay, so straight from the shoulder down to the wrist. Two fingers. Make sure, I've talked about this before, make sure that you are not holding your sword here. Don't do that, ever. Okay? It's always going to be here. And as we're preparing, look the space I've got here. Right? I got space. I have to be able to take the sword in my other hand. So if this hand is all the way down here, number one, I'm going to have trouble holding that. I really am. That ain't going to work very well. Second, how can I? Where's the grip? I got no grip. There's nothing there, right? I can reach up here. No. awkward. I have to cross hands to, no. This hand here. Right there. Now, after I take it, if you notice, I'm going to do that again. Here, take the sword, and right here, I'm going to let it drop. Yeah, love that. Try again. Alright, here. You didn't notice the drop. It's there. Here's where I grab it. Alright? My hand's here. Down here by the hilt. Over here. Now it's not. That little bit of a change right here is right here. Here. Right here. Oops. I need to back up. That little bit of a change as you switch hands, as well as leaving yourself the space to do it, makes all the difference. It really does. And I don't know that anybody particularly taught me that. I've figured it out. It's one of those things that as you build up your skills, you look at and say, well, you know, this is not working for me. What do I need to do here? Right? I'm supposed to be able to do this, whatever it is, and it's for whatever reason it's not working for me. What do I need to change? Okay? Alright, so I'm going to turn around just the very beginning. Feet together, stand straight. Check your sword, check the position. Check your hand position, fingers closed, 2 fingers. Salute. And pull up, sink onto the right, open, pull in, open, turn, sink, down, up, press up, 1, 2, 3. Turn the toes. We're here. Hand, knee, other hand. Alright? Back knee is slightly bent, not bent a lot. Okay? So, not too much, just a little. We want not a stiff extension, but a full extension. Alright, one more time. Feet together, stand straight. Check the sword. And salute. Pull up through the crown of the head. Sink. Left side. Pull in. Open the right. Turn. Down on the left. Down on the right. Up along the center. And turn 1, 2, 3. Alright, this opening, again, we use this for Wudang Taiji sword, and Wudang Tai Chi. This, in Wudang Tai Chi, it's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In Dragon Sword, in Wudang Tai Chi Sword, is 3. From here, from here, okay, not stiff, not bent, a little bit. So I'm going to move to it in just a second. All right, turn, change hands, right there. Right here, change hands. All right, let's show you that. Hand position, I just talked about that at length. All right, right here. I'm here. Turn in. Bring it around. This, yes, there is meaning there. There is purpose there. It's not just, oh, let's, we're not dancing and, we're not doing the waltz here. We're not. we might be dancing, but we're not waltzing. Here. Bring it around. This twist through the waist carries the tip. It's not, again, it's not absent meaning. Okay? No. Yes. Set and turn. This hand has to be ready to take the sword because the next movement coming out of that requires the sword be in this hand, right? And just come here, come around, and I'm moving it slowly, right? That wasn't slow. That timing and direction is something that we're going to work on just a little bit right now. As we come out of this turn, and I'm going to turn around so we can do it together. Right? So as we come out of this turn, take the sword. Got to have the sword over here. Right? Around the front, down the side. Two fingers over here. As we come back around, to the outside, to the inside. From here, right, it just came around this way. Change up. This goes down, the foot goes down, the sword comes up. That combination gave me so much trouble when I was first learning. It's like, well, yeah, but the sword's coming down. I wanted to bring my foot up and the sword up at the same time, and it just like, no. That's not what it's supposed to do. Okay, if you think about, which is what corrected me. All right, what might I be doing with that? Ouch! Oh, that would hurt. It would hurt. All right, the foot is not being kind. Ouch. It's a martial art, and if we ignore, and I talked about this at the beginning, It's not that we want to have to think about what we might be doing every time we practice. We don't. That's too limiting, and for me, that's a totally wrong approach. But if we ignore the fact that this is a martial art, that's also wrong. Martial art. Okay? We can't say, oh yeah, okay, I'm just in a whatever. No, there's purpose, there's meaning, and there's intent. There are all sorts of things that go behind what we're doing. So if I think about this movement in terms of what I might be doing to an opponent, it gives me the insight to understand what I am doing in the movement. Okay, so this goes down and this goes up. Where do we see that in physics? That equal and opposite reaction? It's logical. It works really well. And if we're paying attention to the dynamic of the movement, the connection between what I'm doing, so that my timing, my body placement, the direction and the dynamic of the move, and at the very end, the completion of the move, clearly show that, yeah, I have some idea of what I might be doing with this. It's clear. It's complete. That's what we look for. The fancy affected stuff, okay, I gotta talk about that for just a second. Because with this move, it's one of those things. As I step up, now maybe I can do this, I don't know. I think I've done this before. Here's a sword. Here's me trying to bend the sword. Right? I don't have much bend to it. There are the paper swords that go, and all you have to do is wiggle your hand a little bit. Alright? No. No. That's an affected thing. Okay? Somebody's made the paper blade so that it's thin and it wobbles, so that when you extend the blade, there's that little bit of a vibration at the end of the blade. No matter what you do, it's always going to be there. No. Alright, so that is something I just have to pay attention to it. You want a blade that's solid enough that you can feel it. It should be well balanced, it should be placed well, it should be sized to you. It shouldn't be one of the paper blades. Okay? It should also be not so heavy that you can't hold it. A 5-pound blade is heavy. That is a heavy sword. Okay? Pay attention to the weight as well, because what you have is a weight in your hand. How it's balanced, how it's placed, how it's made matters. Okay. Now, if you take one of those paper blades and try and stab something with it, like flying a paper airplane into a file cabinet, it ain't going to happen. Alright? It's just not going to happen. This side is down. Okay? Up, down. Pretty much, there's kinds of things that we have that appear to be more as flourishes are not. They're the internal workmanship. I'm going to slow that down. I know where I'm going. Right? I'm going to give that in just a second. I know where I'm going. I know how to get there. And I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay? So, come around here. Up. Right? We're just covering that. From the beginning. Check on my cat over there. No, I have the other one over there. Not the, she's alright. Might as well. Salute. Open. Up the center. Turn. Change hands. Up and down. Up and down. On this side, I get to have my down together. They both go down together. Okay? That variation is something we need to learn. It's not by accident. So again, I'm gonna my own training. Alright, I wanted this. It's really hard for me to get this one. Alright, this one, yeah, hey, no problem. As we turn, paying attention to where we're going. Okay, so on this side, if this is front, I'm going to my left and then to my right. As I turn around, I'm still going to my left and my right. It's just going to look different. Alright, let's do that. Not too fast, not too slow. Whole thing. Feet together, stand straight. Salute. Pull up. Sink onto the right. Open the left. Close the toes. Pull in. On the heel. Close the toes. And turn. Sink. And down. Come up the center. And turn 1, 2, 3. Ready? Turn. Around. Up. And down. From here, we just opened. Turn the waist. 1. Change hands. Come around. Down. And down. Turn around. We're not going to do the turn. That second turn, that extension, we're not going to do that today. We'll work on that tomorrow a little bit. But that's about all we're going to do for this week. It's quite a bit, actually. Let me do this. A preview, right? A little preview. Yeah. Open. Try again. that's closer. Alright, as we come through, yeah, one more time. That was correct. Yippee! Okay, yeah, so preparation makes a difference. Alright? That whole sequence. Right? I'm here and, excuse me, I'm here. Right? Step, and part of my habit starts to take over. So I'm going to keep going forward. Not what I need to do. That variation, same as all the others. Right? So, from here. Something I have to pay attention to. I do. And I'm going to tell you that as I am developing a new callus on my hand, yeah, you have to do that too. It comes with the ability, probably have a Band-Aid on it tomorrow. I will, probably. The part of me remembering the form, a part of my reviewing my notes, and a part of me paying attention to the fundamentals that I've been working with. All of those need to come together. This is my intention, has always been, this is practice. Here I am, I'm practicing, and you're invited to join me. I'm going to say this one more time. The idea that everything is perfect every time, you know. The idea that we remember everything, I'm pretty good. But if I didn't have my notes and a few other tools, it'd be hard. It'd be hard. That continuous practice and then having a record of it gives you the ability to then go back later and relearn it. It's not new learning anymore. It's remembering something that you learned. Being able to do it, yeah, there's that. Alright, some of what I'm doing today is not that much different than what I was doing 20 years ago. Okay, some of it's different. There's some differences, but there's some things that are very, very close to what I was actually doing 20-some years ago, and that is partly practice, big part of practice. And partly muscle memory, that I practiced so much back then that my muscles remember what I did and are able to help me out. They'll tell me, yeah, no, that wasn't right. Or, yeah, that felt pretty good. Which is what happened this morning. Right? I hit a point and no, that's not, something's not, no. Oh, that's it. Understanding that we have that ability and that we want to cultivate that recognition, and that we want notes. Take notes. Really, take notes. It can make all the difference. Alright, I'm going to stop for today. We had a couple of moves that we covered, a couple that I've showed. I'll have more tomorrow. There are things that I did that are not perfect in this video. And I want to intentionally compare today, and I'm going to make a note of this, intentionally compare today with 6 weeks from now for this class. I appreciate y'all being here. I'll be back tomorrow with more sword. Thank you.